Hey guys, Roman Reaper here, outside the cinema now, ready for my first cinema trip of 2023. And this is quite an interesting one, because I'm about to head in and see M3GAN, or M3GAN, the killer dancing robot doll horror comedy film from producer James Wan. I've been hearing good things about it, so I figured I'd check it out. Might be a bit of a fun crowd pleaser, so I'm not going to waste too much more time. I'm going to head in, get my snacks, get my seat, and get ready to watch those killer dance moves. So yeah, I have my popcorn and my Coca-Cola ready to witness the birth of a new horror icon, M3GAN. So yeah, just got back from seeing M3GAN, or M3GAN as it's been written as. No, this film was on my radar. I was fully aware of the memes of the dance, and this was on my radar, but it wasn't one I had a huge amount of anticipation for, because, well, a little thing called The Unholy Trinity. It's a low budget horror film. It's been edited down to a PG-13 rating. Released in January. Yep.
Fuck you! It's January!
But is it just another January film that's been dumped out into the marketplace? Let's find out. So, in M3GAN, we follow a 9-year-old girl named Katie, whose parents are killed in a tragic accident, and she's been left in the care of her aunt Gemma. Gemma works as a developer for a multi-million toy company called Funky, and she has been developing a new kind of toy which will, revolutionize like mechanical friends forever, which has the capability of interacting just like a human being. This is known as a Model 3 generative android, or M3GAN for short. And soon Katie is smitten with M3GAN, they're doing everything together. But with M3GAN only being a prototype, things inevitably begin to go quite violently wrong. So my expectations for this actually did pick up a bit when I heard the good reviews. The critics were really championing this. So I went into this, quite optimistic, hoping for a good time. And yeah, that's exactly what M3GAN delivers. I don't think it's quite the all-out riot that a lot of people have been saying that it is, but it is still plenty of fun. For one, it has a really smart anti-capitalist satire about it. We have these very cleverly placed in-universe ads for some of Funky's products, yes, including M3GAN. And there's even a line early on, a sort of throwaway line, about how one of the company's products has a learning system which listens in on conversations, sort of a point about data harvesting, which was touched on a bit in Ron's Gone Wrong as well, which if you haven't seen that, give it a watch. It's a lot of fun, and don't just dismiss it because it's an animated film, and animation's a medium for children. But M3GAN is so much fun with its satirical edge, and it's also got a real critique of the modern parenting technique of raising kids through screens and technology. It's a cautionary tale all about that. And it's all sold through a quite wicked sense of humour. Because, yep, there are violent kills, well, violent within the confines of the PG-13 rating, that also have this, like, quite dark sense of humour peppered into them, so there are plenty of moments which make you go, like, because it is just plenty of fun. And I will admit, in terms of the comedy element, it does take a little while to sort of find its footing, as with any kind of comedy-based film. But once it does, it is plenty of fun. Of course, the standout comedy sequence being, yup, the dance. You are just not ready for it. It's amazing. And there's also just a sort of like fun to be had in watching unlikable characters sort of get their quite violent comeuppance, as with any kind of film of this nature, really. And it also serves M3GAN's development very well of, maximizing her prime directive to its fullest potential. On the flip side of this, we have, like, actually moments of genuine heart to them. Like, I really enjoyed watching the relationship between Katie and Gemma develop, and it's all sold very well by the performances. Violet McGraw as Katie is, obviously, making a name as a potential young actor to watch here, and she's really good. She's sort of sells her, quite childlike processing of life altering trauma, and how M3GAN sort of makes her feel at ease and comfortable is like it's all sold very well, and that's complemented nicely with the performance from Alison Williams as Gemma. You'll no doubt recognise her from Get Out as Chris's girlfriend, and she's really good here as well. Sort of acting as like another parent figure for Katie. The loving and nurturing, but also quite authoritative and also a little bit distant. It's a good performance, and and seeing these two on screen together just has such a natural, like, real human energy to it. It's wonderful. Also, speaking of performances, we got to talk about M3GAN because they did a really good job here. Like, we got like two people playing M3GAN. We've got, I believe, child gymnast Amy Donald doing the actual like physicality of M3GAN very, very well, and we've got Jenna Davis doing the voice of M3GAN, and it's like and M3GAN's vocal performance has just a real like soft and childlike energy to it, and also when things go bad, also a bit of darkness, a bit of malice to it. It's they handled this character really, really well. I mean, as I said earlier, it does take a little while to sort of find its footing, but the first act, with this sort of these human interactions, does do a good job of building up the characters, their relationships, and the world that they occupy. It works well for its purpose in the story. I also have to admit, like, the at times the final act does feel like it's just going for like kills for the sake of kills, really. But it is still fun. Don't get me wrong, especially with the dancing scene. But it does feel like they wanted a few extra kills for the sake of just showing how really like bad and evil M3GAN has grown to be. I will admit it's also not quite the laugh out loud fest of something like Violent Night. That is like my new benchmark for crowd pleasing, just insane high concept films like this. Like Violent Night just had me rolling down the aisles and laughter. M3GAN doesn't quite hit that high, but there are good gags here. And there's also a pretty fun soundtrack as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's about what I have to say about M3GAN. It's a lot of fun. It's not quite as good as everyone's been saying it is, but I enjoyed it. I had a great time watching it. I'll probably watch this again at some point. And I hope to God we get a more violent, unrated cut on the Blu-ray. Fingers crossed. And I'm going to give M3GAN a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, have you seen M3GAN? What do you think of it? Would you like to see a more violent cut? What were your expectations going in? And are you excited for the sequel? Because they announced it like unbelievably quickly. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe button if you're new. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.